GearNetwork.com.
The following is a presentation of the Gear Radio Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, this podcast is sponsored by our store through Amazon. If you visit shopgear.com, please remember to do that, because when you do, you provide gasoline to the engine known as Gear Radio Network, and that helps this podcast continue. It is the best way to shop for yourself and is the best way to support this podcast. Now, on with the show.
From wherever we decide studios, broadcasted live on iTunes, Spreaker, and worldwide, this is the Turnbuckle Talk Radio Podcast with your hosts, the Crimson Cyclone himself, Cyclone Jones, and of course, the producer, Pat G. The G stands for gangsta. And now kick back and get ready for the eargasms.
Ladies and gentlemen, you know me, I know you, we know each other. Cyclone Jones in the building. This right here is Wrestlemania Weekend, Wrestlemania Show, Wrestlemania Edition. Pat G, tell them what it is.
Yes, it is the Wrestlemania Week preview show, predictions, and all that fun jazz here on episode number 45 of the TTRP Turnbuckle Talk Radio Podcast, brought to you by Gear Network and, of course, GearShop.com.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I was going to interrupt Pat G because he said Russell, but it's Wrestle. But it is what it is. Listen, it's okay. You can make a mistake on Wrestlemania Weekend because the weekend is so big that even if you do make a mistake, even if you do blow a spot like Pat G blows his spots all the doggone time, it's okay because there's something else that's going to come and take its place. Yeah.
Yeah, but nobody's going to take our place, though.
Nobody ever's going to take our place.
Nope.
Not
going to happen.
Not going to happen.
You know what? I know one JC Money's doing his own little prediction show.
He is.
And everything.
You know what? And he has a panel.
Yes.
That's going against each other. Eric Eminon. I don't know if anybody stepped up to the plate yet.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, so
JC's like the mediator.
Yes. I wish, my friend who is actually in the later segment of the show.
Who joined us.
Wade, who joined us, or who will be joining us, should I say, would have joined in and did that. That would have been an awesome exchange.
It would have been. But you want to know something? We tend to do things differently than one JC Money does.
True. However, by giving him something that we have that's awesome,
that's true.
That boosts his show up and not ours.
True.
So let's just make it a spade. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start the show off with an interview. A little bit different this time. We're going to go into an interview. One of my good friends who when I started in the business, I watched him wrestle, got a couple of insights, things from him. Robbie Reckless.
Definitely. One hell of a talent from Canada.
Yes. So listen to this interview. Check it out. You hear me stumble over some words a couple of times because I don't know why Hacksaw Jim Duggan was stuck in my head. No clue whatsoever, but he was.
I cleaned it up a little bit, so we're good.
So check this interview out. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, you know who I am. I know who you are. We know each other. Cyclone Jones, Turnbuckle Talk Radio Podcast, and again another fabulous interview. And I got one of my good friends here. Somebody that when I started in the business, I met him through Rex Atkins. I got Reckless Robbie. Why can't I remember your last name? Oh my gosh.
Because it's switched a few times.
It has. Well, what is it now? Introduce yourself.
Currently, it's Reckless Ryan Swift.
Ryan
yes,
Swift.
There's not even a Robbie in there.
Why did I say Robbie?
Well, because it used to be Robbie Reckless.
There it is.
Yes,
okay.
When we met, it would have been Robbie Reckless.
There it is.
Yes.
So Reckless Ryan Swift. Ladies and gentlemen, So, you're going to start the interview off. So, Ryan, please explain to me. Well, not explain to me, but tell me, how long have you been wrestling? How long have you been in wrestling business?
My first match was September 14th, 2008. So I'm coming up on 10 years.
10 years. And it's so funny you say that, because online there's this meme with what's his name? Tyler? Is it Tyler? Oh my gosh. Why am I drawing a blank right now? How am I supposed to be in freaking wrestling business? I'm drawing a blank.
Names today.
The perfect 10. The perfect
Ty
10.
Dillinger.
Ty Dillinger. He's got his hands in front of Nakamura, and he's like this with his 10s out, and at the bottom of it says 10-year vet. And I guess they're talking about a couple of people who said that. But you are a 10-year vet. You've been working for quite some time. Who were you trained by?
Chris Thorne.
Thorne.
In St. Catharines, Ontario.
Okay. CWF. Yes,
formerly
indeed.
TWA.
I remember
of St. Catharines, though. Not TWA of Texas.
Completely different.
Yes.
But with 10 years in the business, that's great, actually. A lot of guys in the indies don't make it that far. A lot of guys quit. They get scared or, get an injury and don't come back. You've seen a lot of that. You've seen a lot of the portion where wrestlers give up, but you haven't. What drives you to continue to wrestle?
I've had to take a couple breaks because of health problems, but that hasn't really stopped me. Just like with anything, you got to get up and keep going, right? You get that motivation, and then it keeps driving you.
Yeah, true.
I don't know. I just love wrestling.
Okay. So what gave you that? With me, it was a spark where, I watched it on TV. My grandmother watched it with me. We talk about it. And that one moment in my life where I saw The Rock on television.
Oh, boy.
And I just stood there. I remember, it was a point where it just sparked my fire in me to say, I'm going to be a pro wrestler.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
What was that spark for you?
Shawn Michaels comeback in 2002.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow.
SummerSlam, him and Triple H. Plus The Rock and Brock. That was a great...
Oh, yeah.
Best SummerSlam, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah,
2002.
definitely.
Kurt Angle and Rey Mysterio opening up. Oh, so good.
Definitely. Super cool. So, with you being in the wrestling business for 10 years, you've met a lot of people. The great thing that I think is that you've actually met your wife.
Yes.
Now, did you actually meet her in the pro wrestling business, or did you meet her previous to pro wrestling?
No, it was wrestling. She was actually in the crowd for my first match. Watching back on video, you can see her standing there just watching. But we met a couple other times after at different shows, and yeah.
Oh, that's super cool.
Met her at the shows.
And for the fans that don't know, his wife is the beautiful Bia. She's all over, Western New York, Southern New York, Ohio area, and all over Canada. Definitely tearing it up. She's in Pro Wrestling Illustrated, and has been there quite some time. So she's doing her thing. Definitely. We'll definitely get her on as well sometime.
Yeah.
But this is about Ryan Swift.
We won't talk about the Bia right now.
We're not talking about the Bia right now. So now you said that you have been kind of riddled with injuries and health issues.
Yeah.
I remember one point in time in your career where it actually made huge headlines from what I saw, where you was on the top rope, getting ready to do a move, and all of a sudden you just stopped, threw up to the side, wiped your mouth, and it went on. Tell me about that situation.
It was against Braxton Sutter, formerly Pepper Parks, and I was just going so hard, and I don't know what happened. I've thrown up a few times before that. Actually, that's just the big one that's made it to ridiculousness and ESPN and TSN and all the big ones.
Super cool.
But there's never actually been an answer as to why I throw up. But it happens sometimes. Yeah, and just got to deal with it.
Exactly.
Wipe your mouth and keep going.
You wipe your mouth and keep going. And I've seen wrestlers throw up. I've seen different wrestlers like Trip threw up, but he threw up because his hair got caught in his mouth.
Yeah, I've had that a couple times. Yeah.
You know, like with me, I don't have that issue. My hair is cut off, you know. So, but yeah, I mean, it's happened a couple of times. But so with you being trained by Chris Thorne, you being in the business for 10 years, you know, you being married to a wrestler now, you know, I mean, you've done a lot in the business. Where do you see yourself now?
Honestly, not as far as I'd like to have been, but I took a bit of a different road where a lot of people tried getting over the border and going down to the U.S.
Right.
I took the different road and went the Northern Death Tours. Got a lot of experience on the road that way. So I was working every night, but just where you wouldn't hear of it.
So,
And social media wasn't really that big at the time that I was breaking in, I feel. Either that or I just didn't take advantage of it.
Oh yeah, I mean, and it's funny that you bring up the Northern Death Tours. We were just talking about that previously before the interview. You know, when you guys when you guys go up north, further up north, you guys travel on ice in the trucks.
Oh yeah,
like and that's why it's called the Death Tour, right? Because you're traveling on. It's not a road.
No, there's no roads.
It's a frozen ocean.
Pretty much.
Crazy. Tell me how that experience feels. I mean, because I don't think I could ever do that.
Oh, it's not easy. It takes a lot of like mental as well as physical because like you are in the middle of nowhere. So a lot of times you don't have service and like you can't check your Facebook and that kills a lot of people. But if you can get past some of those things and like maybe not eating for a day, because the food's too expensive, then you'll be fine on the road.
Okay. Now, I mean, and when you're on the road with these Northern Death Tours, it's so crazy to say. Northern Death Tours, how long are they usually on? For like 1 week, 2 weeks, 4 weeks?
Oh no, you're gone for at least a month usually, so 4 to 6 weeks.
Wow.
Like Chris Thorne's actually on a tour right now. They've been gone for about 4 weeks.
Oh
so
wow.
Coming back in a couple weeks, I think.
That's crazy. And out of those 4 weeks, how many months do you not months, but how many days do you actually like wrestle? I mean, you know, you're traveling, you know, you're gone for weeks.
It depends on how close the shows are, because sometimes you need a full day of travel to get to the next venue. But usually you're working every night, like with maybe one day off the week.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's, I mean, and
ton of experience.
Oh yeah, definitely. Especially, and then, you know, you pull the who is it? The Ricky the Dragon Steamboat Ric Flair. You know, like recently the same match, guys. You know, this is a whole different crowd, same match.
No, I'm actually I have to switch it up if I can. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I like to challenge my brain.
Definitely.
Do different things every night.
Oh yeah. Like, and I think I would do that as well.
Yeah.
You know, I would definitely have to change it up, add something different. Like I don't know, I wouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah, you tweak it. Like maybe keep one or two of the same things here and there, but like tweak this here so that maybe you get a better reaction the next night, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. So tell me, where does Reckless Ryan Swift see yourself in the next couple of years? You know, what are you doing right now? You know,
right now, honestly, I'm just trying to get in really good shape. So I'm thinking about getting a package together and sending it out to WWE, but
very cool.
Sort of kind of taking my time on it. I have had some personal issues over the last couple of years, so my mental health wasn't the greatest, and I actually have medication now to calm myself.
That down,
yeah. So with all that, I just need to get focused again, and I think I'm on the right path right now.
Very cool. So if you do make it to the WWE, what are you looking to do? Are you looking to wrestle? Are you looking to train? Are you looking to you know, be a road agent? Like, are you just looking to be signed by the company and go with it?
Yeah, I'm willing to do anything. I'll set up rings. Like, I don't care if I've been in 10 years. They don't know that.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
They can see the experience I have, but it still doesn't matter. They need to see it for themselves, right? So they want to see that work ethic. So I'd be willing to referee, set up rings.
Yeah, that's what. Oh my gosh, why I can't? Why am I not remembering names right now? I'm pulling a complete utter blank on names. Who referees right now for NXT? That's from this area.
Daryl.
Yes,
Hornet.
Hornet.
Can't remember his last name.
Yeah,
for some reason.
Hornet. Yeah, I remember watching Hornet in the ECW when I first started.
Oh yeah,
watching Hornet come to ECW wrestling. I was like, dude, you're amazing. And then when I worked for was it PWR? I believe it was PWR. He was at one of the shows and he tweaked one of my matches, went over one of my matches and told me some good pointers.
Nice.
And then right after that, he's in NXT. I'm like, super awesome. But I mean, thank you for joining me. I mean, I truly appreciate it.
Me.
Not a problem. It's Turnbuckle Talk Radio Podcast. We'll have everybody on. Everybody's. But at this moment in time, it's your time to shine. Tell me, Facebook, email, where they can book you, where they want to see you at, where they can get in contact with you at. It's all yours.
Oh boy. See, I told you I suck with the social media, so we might have to edit this in later.
Not a problem. We'll definitely get it. I'll get it from you later. I'll put it on the podcast. Yeah. We'll be all set.
Robert McCombs on Facebook, though. Shoot name.
Not a problem. Yeah. Shoot name. So don't send no stupid stuff to the shoot name because I might have to hurt you. But ladies and gentlemen, that's Ryan Swift, the reckless one, reckless Ryan Swift, here in the Turnbuckle Talk Radio Podcast. You know how we end it. Cyclone Punch. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Cyclone Jones, and I am with Pat G. The G stands for gangster. And remember, the TTRP is sponsored by the Gear Network store through Amazon. If you visit shopgear.com, it's a little bit different. That's shop, GERE.com, and click on any of the banners. It will take you right to your account, and you can do all your Amazon shopping there.
And you shop Amazon and Amazon Prime as you normally would. But the only difference is Amazon kicks back a small percentage of all your purchases to us here at the Gear Network, so we can cover our production costs to continue bringing great programming like TTRP, Turnbuckle Talk Radio Podcast, Better Live Than Dead, Get Ready America, and Talking Wrestling, among more, here from the Gear Network. So that's shopgear.com, shopgere.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, you know me, I know you, we know each other. Right now, this segment is a fan segment. We got a special guest on the phone, one of my good friends. I've known him for close to 10 years, going on 10 years. We got Wade on the phone, Wade Green. He is a wrestling enthusiast. He loves pro wrestling like any other fan. He loves all aspects of wrestling. And we're going to ask him some questions, get his take on WrestleMania coming up this weekend, and see what's going on. What's going on, Wade? Thank you for joining us.
Hey, what's up, Bish? What's happening, guys? Thanks for having me.
Not a problem at all. You know what? Let me introduce you to Pat G. The G stands for gangster. He is the producer. He's also on the phone with us as well.
Yes, hey, what's going on?
Not much. As we are episode number 45 of the TTRP, brought to you by Gear Network and, of course, gearshop.com.
Well, Wade, thank you for joining us. So basically, you got a little bit of time with us. So what I want to do is I want to get your predictions on WrestleMania. Then me and Pat G are going to talk about our predictions later on in the show. And we're going to see how that comes up next show and see who actually wins. So we're going to take a percentage and take a little contest here. You okay with that?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm in.
All right. Sounds like a plan. So we're going to start off with the first match that we have here lined up. WrestleMania? Who is it? It's the Women's Battle Royal. Give me your pick on who you think the Women's Battle Royal is going to be the winner.
I think this is a Becky Lynch. I think they're starting to go back to her a little bit. I just see Becky Lynch winning this Battle Royal here. The Bayley storyline with Sasha Banks, all that going on right now. I don't see either one of those two winning. Carmella, I see her maybe cashing in later on in the night, so almost like the Seth Rollins of a couple years ago. I don't see maybe them giving her the spotlight. I think Becky Lynch is the go-to, or potentially anybody maybe down from NXT coming up for the Battle Royal. Maybe an Ember Moon or one of those. One of those ladies coming up might steal the show as well.
Okay. You know what? And that was my next question. Do you think Carmella's going to cash in? But you already said she is going to cash in. So
I think so. I think that might be the way it happens here. They've been teasing. It is the biggest show of the year. I think she's vastly improved.
She has.
I don't think Charlotte or Asuka need the title on them to have great matches. And I think the title maybe on Carmella is a way to build. I actually think she might win the title this Sunday.
Okay. So we're going to go to the next match. So the SmackDown Tag Team Championship match, the Usos versus the New Day versus the Bludgeon Brothers. Who do you think is going to win that one?
So I think this is an Uso win. I think they finally get the recognition they deserve for not being on the main show for whatever it is the last few years here. The only problem I have with this is the way WWE booked this. The Bludgeon Brothers with Harper and Rowan. I don't know why you had to include them in this match. If it wasn't for those two being in this match, the New Day and the Usos might have stolen WrestleMania. That would have been my prediction weeks ago, that they were going to steal the show. Adding them into this match and just the way it's been, I see an Uso win here just to give them the recognition on the big stage. But other than that, I don't have high hopes for this match due to the fact that Harper and Rowan are in this.
Okay. Good. Wait, you got some in-depth.
He does.
Some thought process there. You might have to come back on the show again.
I know my stuff. I like this. This is my life right here too, right? I like wrestling.
All right, so the next match, Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Who wins this one?
So let me per se, who cares who wins this match, right? I mean, this is the unfortunate throw everybody who's not on the big show to get them on the show match.
Right.
Let's underuse a guy like Dolph Ziggler, Baron Corbin, all these guys. We're going to throw them into this battle royal and see what happens. I don't know what they're going here. My guess is Dolph Ziggler wins it. First of all, he's probably the best wrestler that's going to be in this battle royal. So I would just hate for anybody else to win it besides him.
Wow. Good pick, though. Good pick. All right. Next match on the docket, Raw Tag Team Championship match. The Bar versus Braun Strowman and a partner to be determined. All right, so first off, who do you think his partner's going to be?
Well, there are tons of pictures floating around about Braun teaming up with Bray Wyatt. He hasn't been on any of these previous shows. I know the big Elias, push for him, through the rumor mill here. I don't see Elias being his tag team partner. I definitely think maybe a Bray Wyatt coming back and joining his team maybe would be the way to go. So I think that it's going to be one of those two. I think he wins the tag team titles. I don't know what they want to do with him after WrestleMania.
Right.
So I think that maybe just giving him a title push, letting him carry the tag team titles, it might only be a month, or two, and then see what happens for, what the next storyline is.
Okay. Raw Women's Championship, Alexa Bliss versus Nia Jax.
You can't take the title off Alexa Bliss. I mean, Nia Jax has vastly improved, but Alexa Bliss might be the top 2 or 3 women's performers on their roster right now. She perceives great matches. I love the Mickie James helping her out kind of stuff.
Yeah. But
she does do her ring work very, very well. I just don't see taking the title off of her. It might not be a clean win, but I see her getting the W.
Okay. Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan versus Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens.
So this is my first real big prediction. We talked a little earlier about maybe a double cross, and we'll talk about that later on. I don't know what the plan is with Daniel Bryan. And then after watching SmackDown last night, I loved the banter back and forth, and they were, I'm sorry kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think the WWE is ready for another sort of faction, and what better faction than to put Daniel Bryan with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn and have the ultimate McMahon turn and just let Shane rot and Daniel join them too. I'm thinking future too now, right? Daniel could then not have to carry matches or have to compete every week. He could still be on that role, but he could be able for that big stage match when he needs to be to slowly work him into to the title picture, I think.
Okay. So we know you're running close on time, so we're going to skip to a couple of matches that I think this match is going to steal the show. You tell me your winner. Miz, Seth Rollins, Finn Balor.
This match not will steal the show. It is guaranteed to steal the show. Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, amazing workers. I love The Miz. The Miz is awesome. And he has been the number one guy for probably the last 10 to 15 years in the WWE. I truly feel that. Every night, every way, no matter what role you put him in, he gets the boos, he controls the crowd. I don't see them taking the title off The Miz. I think there's a future for Finn and Seth Rollins after Mania. I think taking the title off of The Miz is not the way to go here. So Miz with the W.
Okay.
The match of the night.
All right. AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura.
I hope they live up to the expectations that have been given to them, right? I think the WWE's done not a bad job, but not as good of a job as they could have done preparing us for this match. AJ Styles probably the best worker in wrestling right now, hands down. Nakamura, he's really, really good at what he does and keeping the crowd energized. It's going to be a great match. I don't see them taking the title off of AJ yet. I think Nakamura definitely, has a great match, but I see AJ winning this match.
Okay. And last match that we're going to talk about right now, because like I said, you got to go. The Universal Championship, Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns. Now we did talk about this a little bit, so I want you to tell the fans what you think.
So I think we all know maybe Lesnar is not returning to the WWE or doesn't have a contract going forward after WrestleMania. I think the rumors have been swirling. I love to see this be a Paul Heyman turn. I think somehow he flips on Lesnar for Lesnar wanting to leave and go do this, and we finally see the Roman Reigns true heel, him winning the title, and Heyman having something to do with that, and Heyman becoming Roman Reigns' new advocate and new mouthpiece. And I think that, first of all, it's a great fit for Roman. I think him being in a heel role then sets up matches with Finn Balor, with Seth Rollins going forward. There's not really a true number one heel that's performing besides The Miz on a weekly basis. Also, I think that could turn this into a quick match, which would then lead to the speculations about this Undertaker-Cena stuff. And I think that would be the only way that they could potentially let them go on the final match of the show.
Yeah. All right. And you know what? One bonus question before I let you go really quickly. Do you think Taker shows up or not?
Yeah, I think they have a match. I think they do sort of do it. You'll know right away, right? Like we talked earlier, if Cena comes down there and sits in the front row and watches WrestleMania and is just looking for Undertaker the entire night, I have a feeling that at some point, and it's going to have to be at the end, that Taker does come out and call him out or answer the call. But if at any point Cena comes during the middle of the event to do this, I just don't see you putting the Undertaker in a match. If it's going to be his match, he's going to get his W to end his career. You have to have that as the last match. And then it questions to me, why did he do what he did last year?
Yeah.
So I hope he comes back. I think Cena doing the job for him is a good job. I think that those two have been the faces of the WWE for the last 20 plus years. And I think that I'd love to see Undertaker get one more win and just come out one more time.
Okay. Well, Wade, thanks for joining us, man. We truly appreciate it. We'll definitely document this all here. We'll get it on the show, put it up on the Facebook page for Turnbuckle Talk Radio Podcast, and we're definitely going to have to have you back on the show. I definitely see this happening again.
I agree. I'm always available, guys. We'll work something out. Let's see what happens after this weekend. And hopefully on Saturday night we're all yelling, "Adam Cole, baby!
Adam Cole, baby!"
So have a great night, guys. I'll talk to you later.
No doubt, Wade. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate it.
All right.
All right.
See you later.
So yeah, that is fan interaction. We'll definitely start doing this more often when pay-per-views come on. We'll definitely get some more fans in here. But what did you think, Pat G? What did you think of his?
He had some very deep insight into like the matches we talked about and everything. It's a shame he had to go because of personal stuff.
Yeah,
but like he had some insight, and that's the thing. Like in this day and age, with the social media being what social media is, like wrestling fans now have more knowledge to the business and the product of what's going on.
Right.
And yeah, they may know what's going on behind the scenes to an extent, but it's the fans that drive this business. Mm-hmm. And to start getting fan interaction and getting their predictions and everything, it's a solid thing to do.
Yeah. So we'll definitely do this again, the first time. But this segment, we'll take a quick commercial break, get some payments in there for JC Money, of course, because he's a jerk. But we'll be back after this. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Cyclone Jones, and I am with Pat G. The G stands for gangster. And remember, the TTRP is sponsored by the Gear Network store through Amazon. If you visit shopgear.com, it's a little bit different. That's shop, GERE.com, and click on any of the banners. It will take you right to your account, and you can do all your Amazon shopping there.
And you shop Amazon and Amazon Prime as you normally would. But the only difference is Amazon kicks back a small percentage of all your purchases to us here at the Gear Network, so we can cover our production costs to continue bringing great programming like TTRP, Turnbuckle Talk Radio Podcast, Better Live Than Dead, Get Ready America, and Talking Wrestling, among more, here from the Gear Network. So that's shopgear.com, SHOPGERE.com.
Amazing stuff. Welcome back, TTRP. That was just amazing. I mean, I honestly thought that segment that I came up with, that was my brainchild, with that selection that I made with that person to come on, Mr. Wade Green.
Yes.
Was an awesome segment.
Oh, absolutely. And he had very in-deep thoughts about the matches that we covered and everything. Yeah. Like I said, due to time restrictions and everything of Mr. Green's life, couldn't stay on with us longer. He made some good predictions.
Oh yeah, he'll definitely be back. Definitely be back for some more pay-per-views.
Yes.
We'll definitely get some more fan interaction as well.
Absolutely.
On the show. As long as you got something to talk about, some interaction, we're good. Pat G.
Yes.
This is our time.
It is.
Make our selections, make our predictions, talk about the Hall of Fame. This is WrestleMania TTRP style.
It is. And starting off, WrestleMania Weekend is of course, the 2018 WWE Hall of Fame, where you're going to see a lot of people inducted.
A lot of people.
One of the first persons receiving the 2018 Warrior Award, Jarius J.J. Robertson. He is going to receive the Warrior Award and be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. Now, the Warrior Award was created in the light of the Ultimate Warrior.
Right.
And all that. And they've been inducting people that have been worthy of the Warrior Award, and Mr. Robertson, he's had a lot of tribulations in his life, as he's a double liver transplant survivor, as well as a longtime WWE fan. The Warrior Award is presented to an individual who has exhibited unwavering strength and perseverance, and who lives life with the courage and compassion that embodies the Ultimate Warrior. So that's Mr. Robertson, young kid, very solid right there. Double liver transplant,
right.
Obviously, there. The other special induction, is into the WWE Celebrity Wing, and that is longtime WWE contributor Kid Rock, who's contributed themes and all that to the WWE.
I'm sorry. I just don't. Me personally, I just don't feel that's a good selection. I mean, that's just me, though. As soon as it was announced, everybody was like, boo. They were like booing it. They were like, they weren't, I wouldn't say booing it, but they weren't enthused with it. They weren't happy, you know?
Well, I will say you can't doubt that Kid Rock hasn't had a long, lengthy career in music.
Right.
But he's only contributed to WWE here and there.
Yeah, and I'm not doubting his music career.
Yeah.
I like Kid Rock music, some of Kid Rock music. I just don't feel as though he should be nominated into the Hall of Fame of WWE. He's only did he's like 2 songs for Undertaker, and that was it.
Yeah, pretty much.
And that's it.
And he's performed live on that's about it.
That's it. So I don't know. That's just me. But the next person into the Hall of Fame, who is it? Who's going in?
Somebody that definitely deserves it.
Yeah.
And that is the world's strongest man, Mark Henry.
Yeah. Mark Henry has been in the business for quite some time. He has seen a lot of different spectrums of the business and of his gimmick itself.
Oh, absolutely.
But Mark Henry has stayed the course, and been the destructive force that he is.
Yes.
At this moment in time, I think it's about time there is a new Mark Henry that should come out. There is,
Definitely, I would agree. And to kind of put that on the spectrum of maybe the independent scene, there's a few guys that are out there that can fit that role.
Roscoe Black being one of them.
Roscoe Black definitely being one of them. Shane Taylor being another.
Yep, Roscoe Black. Sorry.
I'm not against that. I'm not against that.
Don't get me wrong, Roscoe Black.
Yeah, I'm not against that. I'm not against that. The next man to be inducted in the Hall of Fame is Hillbilly Jim.
Don't go messing with a country boy.
Yes.
A country boy. Peggy, don't go messing with a country boy. Don't mess with a country boy.
No, and he was a very big country boy.
Yes. Those are immortal lyrics that are burned into my head.
They are.
Yes.
Jimmy Hart will be inducting Hillbilly Jim into the WWE Hall of Fame.
Nah, they didn't get Hogan, huh?
They did not. Hulk Hogan is not involved. But Jimmy Hart works just as much because Jimmy Hart was the foil for a lot of the men that Hillbilly Jim faced.
Right.
King Kong Bundy, Earthquake, and many more.
Yep.
He was that mouthpiece for the guys that faced Hillbilly Jim.
Yeah. And Jimmy Hart was just here in Buffalo, New York.
He was.
Yeah, he was just here.
He was. The next inductee for the WWE Hall of Fame is a man that a lot of people were surprised to see.
Really? A man that we interviewed.
A man that we have interviewed on the TTRP.
We have interviewed a Hall of Famer, baby.
We have.
2 of them.
We've got 2.
We got 2 under our belt.
And that is Double J, Jeff Jarrett. And he's going to be inducted by none other than Road Dogg Jesse James.
The Road Dogg Jesse James. The badass Billy Gunn. He's not there, though.
He's not.
No.
Now, a lot of people said if Double J and Road Dogg do not do that song, people are going to be upset. People will be upset.
I'm sure they will.
Oh, I'm sure they will touch on it. The next inductee to the 28 Hall of Fame is going to be Ivory.
The female.
Yes.
The female inductee is Ivory. Ivory has done a lot in WWE.
Absolutely. She was in that first group to truly be women's wrestling.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And WWE has announced that Molly Holly will be inducting her in the 2018 Hall of Fame.
Very cool. Very cool. Remember when Ivory was in Right to Censor?
Yes. Yes.
Also, the next inductees into the Hall of Fame of WWE, well-deserved, the Dudley Boys. Get the tables, because somebody's going through them.
They will be inducted by Edge and Christian.
Awesome.
Bubba Ray and Devon had also said they'd like the Hardys to be involved as well, because those 3 teams kind of revolutionized tag team wrestling in the late 90s.
Yep, they did. They had several matches that were just extremely awesome.
Yes.
You know?
And then, of course, the headliner of the 2018 Hall of Fame.
Someone who loves me.
Someone who does love you. And
someone who has given me permission to use the jackhammer
video evidence.
I can use the jackhammer myself. Yes. And, from here on in, after WrestleMania, I'm using the jackhammer as the finish with the Cyclone Punch.
Nice.
I will call the jackhammer the Eye of the Storm.
That works. There you go. Well, that is one Bill Goldberg.
Bill Goldberg. So, yeah, I mean, he should be there. He's done wrestling.
Yep.
He wanted to come back to show his son that, he has that memory of his dad wrestling, which is awesome.
Which is, he had that last title run.
Yep.
He had some great matches between Brock Lesnar, leading to Paul Heyman being the one to induct Goldberg into the Hall of Fame. Mm-hmm. And this is mainly because all of that stuff last year between Goldberg and Brock, mm-hmm. Paul Heyman was the coup de grace head guy as far as everything.
Yeah.
And Paul Heyman developed a very good relationship with Goldberg.
Well, that's good, though, because the match that they had when Goldberg was leaving and Brock Lesnar was leaving was horrible.
Yes.
It
erased
it honestly
memories
made up
for everything.
Because that match that they had was really good compared, with those two guys.
Yeah.
Two Goldberg, who hasn't wrestled in quite some time, and Brock Lesnar, who isn't a wrestler anymore.
Yeah.
He's just a
fighter.
A brawler, exactly.
Brawler
he
and
changed
fighter.
his style to a brawler, and Goldberg being the non-wrestler
who hadn't wrestled in 15 years or so.
Exactly. And it was a great match. It really was.
Absolutely. Now, moving on to the next big event of WrestleMania weekend.
After the WWE Hall of Fame. After you've sat there in your good suits, you put your t-shirt on now, you get your jeans on, you get your nice sneakers on, and you take your butt to NXT. And you see Takeover. And you see some of the best talent right now in the WWE.
Oh, absolutely.
That's coming up in the business. And right now, from what I see, I don't know what you got. My first match right here that I see is Johnny Gargano versus Tommaso Ciampa.
That match is going to be... That match is that's not going to be a wrestling match. That's going to be a fight.
That is an unsanctioned wrestling match, they said.
It's going to be a fight.
It is a fight. If Gargano wins, he will be reinstated into NXT.
Yes.
If Ciampa wins, Gargano will be banned from NXT.
Yep.
That's the stipulation.
Which honestly, I think Gargano is going to win this.
I was going to ask you your predictions.
I'm going with Gargano. The only way I don't see Gargano winning this is if he's going to show up on Raw or SmackDown after Mania.
You never know. I mean, that's something where, we may find out, but my pick is Gargano. Actually, no. I take that back. I'm sorry. No. I'm going with Ciampa.
You're going to go with Ciampa?
Yeah, okay. Because just like you said, I think Gargano's getting moved up. I think he's coming up the ladder to WWE.
I completely, maybe not even to Raw or SmackDown, mm-hmm. maybe to 205 Live,
probably,
which is going to be on Raw anyway.
Yep, but he's moving up though.
Yeah. The thing with this match is Gargano's said he's like this match. He's come out and says this match isn't going to be a wrestling match. It's not going to be a 5-star. He's like it's going to be a fight.
Yep. So, with that being said. Your next match, who do you have for your next match?
The next match is the NXT Tag Team Championship match, as it was planned to be the Undisputed Era mm-hmm. of Bobby Fish and O'Reilly.
Right.
Taking on the Authors of Pain.
Yeah.
Versus Roderick Strong and Pete Dunne.
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, Kyle O'Reilly has an injury, has knocked him out. So the NXT Tag Team Championships will be vacated and decided between the Authors of Pain mm-hmm. and Roderick Strong and Pete Dunne.
Yep.
Via the Dusty Rhodes Invitational.
So it's only a 2-match. It's only a tag team match now.
It's only a tag team match.
So it's not a triple threat anymore.
It is not a triple threat anymore.
Oh, that sucks. Okay. So who do you have to win this one? So, I'll give you my pick.
Okay.
This is what I'm thinking. With the Authors of Pain and Roderick Strong and Pete Dunne, the Authors of Pain have already been tag team champions.
True.
Roderick Strong and Pete Dunne. I love Pete Dunne. He's an awesome worker.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm going to give it to them. I'm honestly going to say that they're going to win because they are an awesome team. They are going to be all over the place, and I don't think that the Authors of Pain are going to be able to stop them. You know, they're a quicker team. You know, Authors of Pain are big guys. You know, but I don't think they're going to be able to stop Roderick Strong.
Oh, I completely agree. I believe that Dunne and Strong are going to win the titles as well. Mm-hmm. Mainly because I see the AOP being one of the tag teams that show up on either Raw or SmackDown. Because, and I'll give you my reason why later. Mm-hmm. And I think they're going to end up on Raw for a certain reason why. Okay. Next match is the ladder match for the inaugural NXT American Championship. Yes, which the belt looks like a boxing championship.
It looks like it came from an indie show.
It does. It does. Not saying that WWE doesn't know how to design titles.
I don't listen. Maybe they don't at this moment in time. Maybe the guy was sick or something.
But like whoever designed their title kind of messed up here.
It looks like an indie title.
It does.
It looks like if it wasn't an indie title, everybody be praising it. Oh my gosh, that's an awesome title. Mm-hmm. Awesome title.
But it's the WWE.
But because it's WWE, nope. So my pick on this one from the combatants that are in it, Adam Cole, EC3, Killian Dane, Lars Sullivan, Ricochet, and the Velveteen Dream.
Yep.
Adam Cole, baby.
Adam Cole. You're going Adam Cole.
Adam Cole, baby.
You know what? That's a very solid choice. It is. But I'm going to say the Velveteen Dream.
Ooh.
I'm going to say the Velveteen Dream because he has been putting on some ridiculous, awesome matches with the talent he's been in there. Mm-hmm. And I think him, and as they say, it's not the title that makes the man, it's the man that makes the title. Mm-hmm. I think Velveteen Dream getting that title, it's going to be a give and take relationship.
Right.
The title's going to make him, but he's also going to make the title as long as he's in NXT.
Right. Okay. All right. That sounds pretty good. That sounds pretty good. Next match on the card, Ember Moon versus Shayna Baszler. Who do you got, Pat? that was that infamous Pat G sound because he doesn't know who to pick.
As much as I want to see Ember Moon retain, she's not going to. I think they're going to. Shayna Baszler is going to win the women's title, and then you're going to see Ember Moon show up on Raw or SmackDown.
Yeah.
Most like, and honestly, I'd like to see her show up on Raw, but that's withstanding if they end up doing another shakeup.
Right.
Because we don't know what talent's going to be on Raw. Mm-hmm. Honestly, I think Ember Moon would have a better chance on Raw than she would SmackDown.
Yeah. But
she shows up on SmackDown, she'd have better matches because the women's roster on SmackDown is better than it is on Raw.
Right. Okay. So the last match is the NXT Heavyweight Championship. And who's in that match?
That is going to be the champion defending, Andre Cien Almas, taking on Aleister Black.
What do you think about this match, Patsy?
I think you're going to have another one of the moments where the title's going to change hands, and the guy that dropped the title is going to be called up immediately.
I don't think so.
You don't know?
That's too many call-ups.
Too many?
I don't think there's going to be that many call-ups.
Well, that's
you already said 3.
I've just said the 3 that have been talked about for months.
Right.
Ember Moon, AOP, and now...
And Gargano. You said Gargano
and I said Gargano possibly. Mm-hmm. And in Almas has been there's been the 4th. They've been the 4 talked about.
Right. I don't think there's going to be that many call-ups. I mean, even though their NXT roster is growing, because they have so many indie guys coming in, You know,
Sure.
For the did I give my pick for the women's match?
I don't know if you did.
I don't think I did. I'm gonna go Ember Moon. I didn't because Ember Moon is amazing. Amazing.
She is.
And I don't think she's gonna drop the title just yet.
Okay.
I don't think that they have anything for her if she does come up right now.
Okay, it's understandable.
Because then she's gonna come in and she's gonna wreck shop just like Asuka did. I don't think they're ready for that yet.
True.
So that's that. But as for the pick, I honestly believe Aleister Black's going to win this.
Okay. But you don't see Almas being
I don't think Almas is coming up to WWE just yet, to the Raw just yet. Not yet. But that's the pick for NXT.
Yes.
That's the Hall of Fame. Let's take a quick short break real quick. And what we'll do is we'll come back and we'll give you the WrestleMania selection.
Yes.
And we'll go through the WrestleMania card. We'll give you all our selections, what you think, what we think. Well, not really what you think, because we're not asking you. We're telling you.
We're telling you what we think.
We're telling you what we think. And then we'll take it home from there. We'll give the take it home spot and Cyclone punch somebody. We'll be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Cyclone Jones, and I am with Pat G. The G stands for gangster. And remember, the TTRP is sponsored by the Gear Network store through Amazon. If you visit shopgear.com, it's a little bit different. That's shop, GERE.com, and click on any of the banners. It will take you right to your account, and you can do all your Amazon shopping there.
And you shop Amazon and Amazon Prime as you normally would. But the only difference is Amazon kicks back a small percentage of all your purchases to us here at the Gear Network, so we can cover our production costs to continue bringing great programming like TTRP, Turnbuckle Talk Radio Podcast, Better Live Than Dead, Get Ready America, and Talking Wrestling, among more, here from the Gear Network. So that's shopgear.com, SHOPGERE.com.
Welcome back, Turnbuckle Talk Radio Podcast. We are at the last segment, and the last segment is the main event, baby.
Yep, we gave you the appetizer.
We gave you the appetizer, really? We gave you the pre-show match.
Well, what? The appetizer with the Hall of Fame and NXT Takeover.
Really? No, because the first part was the interview. That's the pre-show.
Well, I was talking more like the WrestleMania predictions.
So you're on food, and I'm on wrestling. And this is a wrestling podcast, so who's the person in the wrong?
Whatever.
Ladies and gentlemen, Turnbuckle Talk Radio Podcast, WrestleMania Talk, WrestleMania Edition. Now we're on to WrestleMania picks.
Yep.
WrestleMania, we're going to talk a little bit of WrestleMania and see what's going on. Pat G's going to tell you the matches. We're going to give you our predictions, and you're going to listen, and then you're going to agree with us.
Well, these three matches have already been announced for the WWE WrestleMania 34 pre-show.
Pre-show.
The first one being the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Names in the match is Primo Cologne, Zack Ryder, Rhino, Heath Slater, Goldust, Matt Hardy, Scott Dawson, Dash Ryder, Ty Dillinger, Fandango, Tyler Breeze, Mojo Rawley, Baron Corbin, Dolph Ziggler, and more to be announced.
Wow. So those are the main ones.
Yes, those are the guys that have been announced.
Out of those main ones that you have there, who do you think is going to win? Who was your pick?
You know what? On the history of the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, the winners really haven't gone on to do much, per se. So, and right now it looks like they're building towards Mojo Rawley and Baron Corbin being two-time winners, which I don't think is going to do anything in the long run. But honestly, with his whole spiel that he's been doing, I think Dolph Ziggler is going to pick this up.
Yeah? Okay. So, just to preface this, the segment before, of course, we did have the fan interaction picks.
Yeah.
So, from that pick, he picked Dolph Ziggler as well.
He did.
I am going to go, but see, I don't think they're going to, like we've already said, there isn't anything that has been done with the winners of the Battle Royal.
No, there hasn't.
I think it's just to say, hey, thanks for being with the company. Here's a match on WrestleMania.
Yep, pretty much.
Plus it's a Battle Royal.
Pretty much.
I think Vince Vaylor is going to be there trying to get a spot in the Battle Royal. He's going to
listen. him and his tag team partner might be there. You don't know.
But my pick, I think I'm going to go with Baron Corbin. And I think they're actually going to do something this time.
Because he's going to be a 2-time winner.
Exactly. And I think they're going to actually build a storyline around this.
Okay. Well, going on to the next one is the WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal.
Isn't it the Fabulous Moolah?
No. They changed it.
Oh, yeah. We talked about that last show.
Snickers was like, hey.
Yeah. We talked about that last show. Okay, never mind.
We did. The Battle Royal is going to feature Carmella, Sonya Deville, Mandy Rose, Mickie James, Bayley, Sasha Banks, Naomi, Becky Lynch, Liv Morgan, Sarah Logan, Ruby Riott, Lana, Natalya, and more to be announced. My pick with this is I'm going to give it to Becky Lynch.
Yeah.
Because I feel like Bayley and Sasha Banks are going to end up eliminating each other.
Yep.
And just with the rest of the names on there, there's not really anyone that would benefit from winning it because they're still relatively new or they're in a faction.
Right.
So I think I'm going to go with Becky Lynch with this.
That is a good pick. That is a really good pick because it kind of makes sense. They haven't done anything with Becky in quite some time.
No, they haven't.
I want to go with Becky. My gut is saying pick Becky. However, I'm going to go with Ruby Riott.
Really?
Because she's new. Because it's something where they want to build people up, and I think they're gonna build something up with Ruby Riott.
Okay, I can take that. I can take that. Well, the last match on the pre-show is the WWE Cruiserweight title match. Mustafa Ali taking on Cedric Alexander. It's his time. Yeah, it's. I'm gonna go with Cedric because he's been clawing and scraping for that title.
Yep.
And was supposed to win it, and then unfortunately there were outside factors and kind of 205 Live kind of got a reset, which I love the reset, by the way.
Yeah.
Like, them bringing in Rockstar Spud as being the general manager.
What's his name there? He's not
Drake Maverick.
Yeah.
Also bringing Roderick Strong in.
Yep.
Bringing
Pete Dunne
in. Yep. Bringing other guys in and, like, putting them in there. Like, they've kind of revamped 205 Live, and it's great.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Next match on the card, SmackDown Tag Team Championship match, is the Usos versus the New Day versus the Bludgeon Brothers.
Yes.
Now, we got the fan pick.
We did.
Who said the Usos, which makes sense. And he even went as far as saying that if they didn't put the Bludgeon Brothers in there, this would be match of the night.
This would be match. You know what? This still has the possibility of being match of the night because you have the New Day, you have the Usos. You know what you're going to get with them. Yes, you have Harper and Rowan, but me and you both know the kind of worker that Luke Harper is.
Right.
Eric Rowan has obviously improved, but I honestly think that the Usos are going to pick up the victory.
Yep.
Because the Usos have been building and clawing for themselves for over the last 2 years to get to that moment. And last year, they weren't even on WrestleMania.
Yep.
So this
is their WrestleMania moment.
This is their time. New Day's had theirs. New Day's had the longest reigning tag team champions.
They've even hosted WrestleMania.
They've hosted WrestleMania. Like, this is the Usos moment. This is the Usos moment.
Yeah. Yep. I'm going with the Usos as well. Next match on the card is the Raw Tag Team Championships.
Yes.
The Bar versus Braun Strowman and a partner of his choosing. Now, I'm going to pose the question to you like I posed it to Wade in the previous segment. First, before we go to a winner, who do you think his partner is going to be?
There's two people I'd like to see. One being Lars Sullivan from NXT.
Okay.
Because they're two very similar styles. And all that. And secondly, I just want Braun Strowman to like just be by himself and switch and like do the brains and Braun gimmick. That's it. That's all I want.
That would be awesome. Like, that does sound pretty cool.
He's got a partner. It's just kind of similar to the fetus thing.
Yeah.
The Jesse and fetus where he was
Festus.
Festus, where it was the bell rung and he was a whole different person.
Yeah.
Like, just Braun Strowman just...
However,
as funny as it would be,
and as how much I want that, it wouldn't make sense, though.
It wouldn't make sense.
He would get his butt whooped throughout the whole match, get to the corner, put his shirt on, put his glasses on. Now he's a whole new different person and without any injury.
Yeah. It would ruin...
Yeah.
It would ruin things.
As much as it would work, it wouldn't work.
It's essentially video game wrestling right there.
Exactly, yeah.
I'm gonna... Honestly, I'd like to see it be Lars Sullivan, but I think it's gonna end up being Bray Wyatt.
Yeah. I don't know who it's gonna be. I have no clue who it's gonna be. So I don't even know. I'm posing the question. I still don't even have a decision yet on who. So I don't know. But I do see Braun Strowman winning this, though.
Oh, absolutely.
With whoever his partner is.
And I do see Braun winning with whoever his partner, because Sheamus is dealing with the injuries that he has, the spinal stenosis. I think it's time that Cesaro finally got put on his own. They've run their course and everything. And also, I see Strowman and partner, whether it's Bray Wyatt, whether it's Lawler Sullivan, whoever, that's going to be the team to have the titles when AOP comes in.
Yep.
Because AOP are two very big, strong dudes.
Yep.
And they have Paul Ellering with them, which is one of the best tag team managers of all time.
Yeah.
And it's just Braun Strowman and whoever, whether it be Wyatt, whether it be Sullivan versus AOP. That's just a big time Hoss tag team battle right there.
Oh yeah, definitely. So yeah, I mean that's how it looks with that one. I honestly believe Braun Strowman's going to win that. Next matchup is matches I'm waiting for. Is Alexa Bliss versus Nia Jax.
Nia.
I say Nia.
It's Nia.
Like Nia Long. That's why I say it. But,
okay. You know. Understandable.
So I'm not mispronouncing it incorrectly. I'm saying it how I know it.
Yeah.
You know, but Nia Jax, they say. I think I'm going to go with Nia Jax, though.
I'm also going to go with Nia Jax, and it's going to be a repeat of Sheamus Bryan.
Yeah.
It's going to be quick, easy, and gone.
Yep.
Because if you look at everything that's built up to this moment, yes, Alexa Bliss, Nia Jax, best of friends, whatever. But if you look at the last 3 weeks, where what Alexa Bliss has said, and then the reactions Nia Jax has had, this is going to be just Nia Jax comes out, Bliss comes out, bell rings, bam, squash, Samoan, done. 20 seconds top, match over.
I don't think it's going to be that quick, because Mickie James is going to be there as well.
Okay.
So I think it's going to be a quick match, yes.
Okay.
I think it's going to be lay out Mickie James. Now Bliss is scared.
Yeah.
Lay out Bliss, pin. But I don't think it's going to be that quick, as in one move and done, because Mickie is there.
True.
You know?
Unless Mickie gets taken out earlier in the day during the Battle Royal.
That's true.
Because that's a spot they could Nia Jax could easily show up during that Battle Royal and take Mickie James out.
Ooh, didn't think about that.
Just saying.
Yeah. All right. Next match on the card, Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan versus Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens.
If Owens and Zayn win, they're back on SmackDown Live.
So, I'm going to start it off with this. I'm going with Sami and Zayn. Sami and Kevin.
Okay.
Because there's no way they can have them off. They are becoming the top heel team in SmackDown at this moment in time. Because people are starting to hate them.
True.
And they're doing the whole Canadian thing. And they're just ripping it up right now. Wade previously said that he thinks that WWE doesn't have a faction just yet. Or at least they gotten away from it. The New Day really isn't a faction. The New Day is basically a Freebird tag team.
Yeah.
You know. And there's just tag teams. So I believe from what Wade said and from what he described, I think it is a Daniel Bryan turn. I'm going with the Daniel Bryan turn. Screwing the McMahon over.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
because hold on before you start, because Daniel did say, dude, I was fighting for you guys. I was the main one.
You did.
It's like, but because you guys beat up your boss, I have to fire you.
He did. I'm gonna go with Owens and Zayn as well, but it's not gonna be a Daniel Bryan turn. It's gonna be a Shane McMahon turn.
Oh, really?
It's gonna be a Shane McMahon turn because if you look at Daniel Bryan overall, the last 3 years, the man has been fighting to get back to this moment of being medically cleared.
Right.
He's essentially your over the top most baby face of all time ever.
Right.
Him turning heel.
I think that'd be perfect, though.
It would be perfect. But I think it's too soon.
No.
Especially just with him coming back. There's going to be a turn. I think it's going to be McMahon, though.
I think with that being said, I think he comes out and says, you know what? You guys thought and claimed that you were behind me, but I was the one going to the doctors. You guys never checked on me then.
True.
When I was doing this and doing that, you guys never checked on me. You guys never cared. You just
play it up.
You just wanted to see me back in the ring and didn't care about my health. Now I'm back, and now I'm ready to show you guys. Okay, I can understand that. That's where I think it's going to go, if it does go that way.
At the end of the day, Owens and Zayn are winning.
Yeah. SmackDown Women's Championship match. Charlotte Flair versus Asuka. This one is hard for me because Flair is a great champion. She can do the job. She can. Asuka is undefeated.
She is.
And is on the rise. But do you break Asuka's streak at WrestleMania?
No. I don't think Asuka's winning this match. Charlotte, it's not going to hurt Charlotte to lose.
It's not.
I think there's the undefeated streak of Asuka is going to end with somebody that can use it. Charlotte doesn't need it.
Right.
Charlotte, whether Charlotte wins or loses, she's still the queen. She's still Charlotte Flair.
Right.
Now, Asuka's going to win this. And, yeah, you're going to see Carmella cash in.
Yep.
Carmella's going to lose.
You think?
Yep. Carmella's going to cash in, but she's going to lose. Because it's... The only way I see Carmella winning the title is if Charlotte does win.
Yeah.
But I don't see Charlotte winning.
That's true. You got a point there. So, yeah, I think you are right. You are right. I think Asuka will win. You are right. That you just made up my mind. Thank you.
Yeah. Like, there's the aspect of it of like, yeah, if Charlotte wins, yes, the 900-day plus the undefeated streak of Asuka is done. And Carmella cashes in, but okay, cool, whatever. But I don't see Charlotte winning because of that.
You're right. All right, so I mean, we're both going with Asuka. Championship match. This I think is going to be a good match. I don't think it's going to be match of the night.
No,
but it's going to be a good match. It's going to be decent. I think it's going to be a really good match. And champion Randy Orton.
Yep, the United States Championship.
Bobby Roode. Glorious Bobby Roode. Jinder Mahal.
Which, by the way, his entrance music is like the most like random gym pump up music of all time.
Dude, that's on my playlist. It is on my playlist. I have several songs on my playlist for wrestling workouts. Shinsuke Nakamura is one.
Of course.
Finn Balor.
Of course.
I have Seth Rollins.
Yep.
And I have Bobby Roode.
Okay.
And let me see. I think I got one more. Hold on a second. Let me pull up my playlist. Workout music.
And then Jinder Mahal has to be on there.
Nope. I got Bobby Roode.
Yep.
Seth Rollins. Shinsuke Nakamura. Finn Balor. I got Drew McIntyre.
Nice.
The old school.
Drew McIntyre.
Yeah.
That's solid choices right there. Yeah.
But So, yeah.
I'm going to go with a wild card on this one, though.
Yeah?
Rusev Day.
I think I don't think that's a wild card at all.
Because Orton's got the Grand Slam. Orton's got the Grand Slam championship now. He's got that. He won the U.S. title. He's a Grand Slam champion. Cool. Done. Awesome. Whatever. Bobby Roode is going to be Bobby Roode no matter what. Jinder Mahal, as much as Jinder Mahal has improved over the last 2 years, he's a better chaser than he is champion.
Right.
And with Rusev, I'm picking Rusev because Rusev was a United States champion. He was an undefeated United States champion until he ran into the machine known as John Cena.
Oh, the shovel, you mean?
Yes. Yes, the shovel. Since then, Rusev has kind of been mixed up and everything. Yep. And this whole partnership with Aiden English, Rusev Day, it's giving him something else.
It's giving him something new. Rusev Day is every day.
Yes.
So I think he's going to sneak out and win this.
Oh, absolutely.
Because Bobby Roode doesn't need it anymore.
No, he doesn't.
You know, Orton doesn't need it. He just wanted to be Triple Crown.
Yeah, he got the Grand Slam championship mark.
That's it. You know, and right now, Jinder Mahal, like you said, he's a better chaser
than he is champion.
You know, so yeah, Rusev Day gets it.
The next match is the IC Championship match.
Match of the night. What do you think match of the night is? Please, go through the card and tell me what you think match of the night is. Please tell me what match of the night is. Please tell me.
I'm joking. I know.
Please look through this whole entire card and you don't tell me this is match of the night.
It's going to be match of the night. I just was doing it just to do it.
No way in the world this is not match of the night.
The only, like I said, I would agree with Wade. The only way this wouldn't be match of the night is if it was just the Usos versus New Day.
Nope, I still think it's match of the night. Still match of the night.
Well, it's going to be this one or it's going to be the next one.
Well, there's two more.
Well,
and the next one, no. I don't think that one's going to be match of the night.
The other title match?
Oh, you know, there's three matches. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Three, maybe four.
Nah, okay, we'll talk about that when we get to the end.
Yeah.
But match of the night, Intercontinental Championship, The Miz versus Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor.
Miz. I don't care. Miz.
You think Miz?
I'm going Miz.
I think Finn Balor. I think Finn wins it. Like we spoke about before with The Miz, he is that protagonist that can be a champion or be that guy that gets his title back whenever he wants.
Okay.
Miz is the man right now. So he does not need the title.
The only way...
And I think, hold on, I don't mean to cut you off, but I think Miz has already built up the Intercontinental Championship enough to lose it right now.
He has. Plus with the whole... I'm going to be the longest reigning IC champion of all time. I'm 34 days and all that. Like, I want to see Miz break it because he'd be breaking Pedro Morales' record. Mm-hmm. As far as I know, Pedro Morales and WWE don't really have a relationship.
Nope.
So, like, that's one of the reasons why I see him holding on to it.
That could be
because. They did it with the New Day because the longest reigning tag team champions were Demolition.
Yep.
They don't really have a relationship with Demolition.
Nope.
So it's now
they did it with the women's title.
They did it with the women's title.
Because that was CM Punk's wife.
Yep. They broke it with Nikki Bella, who's going to be John Cena's wife. Mm-hmm. So that's the only I see them replacing all these older records with newer records. With newer talent.
That makes sense.
So that's why I say The Miz.
That makes sense.
Miz might lose it. Plus I think let Miz break it, lose the title.
Lose it Monday night.
Lose it, whatever. And then he gives you an automatic main event talent for the champion.
Yep. Yeah. Makes sense.
Especially now because you're starting to see I think Miz is going to possibly go from a true heel role to a
tweener.
Like, he can still get the heel heat.
Yeah.
He still can get that. But he's going to be, because of what Monday Night Raw was, when he was doing commentary and talking about his daughter's birth and everything. Yep. I think he's going to kind of...
Well, that's what he did last night when he won the mixed challenge. Did you watch it? That's what he did last night. Yeah. As soon as he won, he said, Daddy's coming home to change you and do whatever I need to do and rock you to sleep and feed you.
Yeah. He's going to he's still going to be a heel, but he's going to be like that fringe.
That relatable heel.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, I gotcha. I'm still going with Finn, even though every point you just made was on point, and I honestly...
You're still going with Balor.
I still would go with you on that one. So if Miz does win, I won't be surprised.
Okay.
But I'm still going with Balor.
All right, next match is the WWE Championship match from SmackDown Live. The champion AJ Styles taking on
who? Because you got to say his name right. Because if you don't say his name...
Nakamura.
No, you mother...
You do it anyway.
You have to say his name properly.
I can't do the...
Yeah. Shinsuke Nakamura.
I can't do that.
You gotta say his name right.
I say it normally. You follow in with the pronouncements. Just like when I say plethora.
A plethora.
Yes. This is the relationship that we have.
Oh, goodness.
We've been doing this for a year now.
Pat G with the win. All right, who do you got for this one?
I'm saying Nakamura.
Shinsuke. Yep.
Shinsuke's going to win it. AJ doesn't need the title.
Nakamura.
AJ doesn't need the title.
He doesn't. And he's already proven himself to be that guy. Because this is his second title run anyway.
Yes.
He doesn't need it anymore. He can do whatever he wants to do. He's had the WWE title.
Yep.
United States Championship.
Yep.
And then back to the WWE title.
Yep.
He doesn't need any more titles right now.
No. He's their best performer. Mm-hmm. Plain and simple.
Which is amazing, because when AJ was talking about WWE, he wasn't trying to go. Mm-hmm. He was the TNA guy. Mm-hmm. He was the Impact guy.
Yep.
But Impact wanted to screw him over.
Yep.
And not deal with him on a business level, but deal with him on a personal level. And he was like, come on, dude.
Exactly. So he went and rebuilt and built himself up somewhere else, and WWE was like, hey.
Yeah. The throwaway match.
the quote-unquote bathroom break match.
This is the bathroom break match, because every other match is going to be spectacular.
Oh, absolutely.
This is the throwaway match. Ronda Rousey, Kurt Angle versus Triple H, Shane McMahon.
Stephanie McMahon.
Shane, either McMahon.
Did you see Raw? Did you see the opening of Raw?
I saw, yes.
So I saw the
table. I saw how...
Tell me how ridiculously pre-planned that was.
Tell me how you go through a table and Ronda Rousey is looking directly at her, like, okay, don't hit me anymore. And I'm like, she's like you didn't get knocked out. You didn't play it off. You just went through the table and was like, okay, I'm through a table. Don't hit me.
She went through the table. Like, nothing against Ronda Rousey. I know Ronda Rousey's probably one of the baddest women on the planet.
Is.
And if you run into a dark alley with her, you're gonna get beat.
Right, but we're talking pro wrestling. She went through a table, and granted, yes, it was Stephanie McMahon with like a back body drop, but she did not give you. She just kind of like. She looked like somebody from the Bills Mafia. Yeah.
When they go through a table, it's like, go through a table. I'm not hurt. Like it. You have to give that sense that, yeah, she kind of was like holding her sides, whatever. Mm-hmm. But it was like. Someone needs to get a hold of her and go, listen, this is different than UFC.
She needs
UFC. You have to imagine that it's real pain.
I think she needs to have matches in a forum of her peers. And not in front of fans, just in a forum of her peers.
Yep.
And learn how to sell.
Yep.
And learn how to bump if she knows how to bump. I'm pretty sure she knows how to bump. I'm pretty sure she could take that easy.
Yeah.
But I think she needs to learn how to sell and learn how to entertain.
Oh, absolutely.
And in front of her peers, not in front of fans.
Yeah. In front of
her peers. Yeah. Get the whole roster out there, and the roster are the fans.
Like, WWE.com did like a exclusive, and Dana Brooke came out, and Dana Brooke ran her mouth, and Ronda kind of gave her like a side judo flip or whatever. And it looked fine when Ronda gave Stephanie the Samoan drop. Yeah, there were things where she could have easily hurt herself too because she tucked her arm or whatever. Right. I saw people mention that. But it's the thing of this match. This match is about the picture of Stephanie versus Ronda.
Right.
This match is going to be Triple H versus Kurt Angle.
Throwaway match. Again.
Exactly.
Like I said.
People will watch it.
I mean, I'll watch it.
I'll watch it.
I'm not going to say I'm not going to
I'll like sit there and watch it, but it's not going to be, but this is going to be your quote unquote viscera spot match.
Yep.
This is exactly what this match is.
Sure is.
Like the Triple H Stephanie McMahon entrance will be longer than this match. Because we know Triple H loves his entrances.
Oh yeah, definitely. And it's WrestleMania. You gotta.
I'm still gonna go.
I'm gonna predict that they come out as a king and queen entrance.
I could see that. I could roll with that. Especially with both of them, they're both themes, the King of Kings and the Queendom.
Yep.
Like I can see that. I'm gonna go Angle and Rousey.
Yeah, there's
no way Ronda Rousey's losing.
Yeah, there's no other way. You have to go Angle and Rousey because this is her first match.
Yeah.
And it's against Triple H and I don't know why I want to keep saying Shane, Stephanie.
Yeah.
And they don't need the win at all whatsoever.
No, they don't.
They're gonna take the heel and they're gonna be the bad guys. Yep. That's it. Main event asterisk next to it.
Asterisk.
Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns. What's your pick? Now, before we get started on this, before we start talking about it, let's recap what Wade said. Wade said that he thinks Brock Lesnar gets screwed over by Paul Heyman. Mm-hmm. Paul Heyman turns Roman and then becomes Roman's advocate, which makes so much freaking sense because Roman just started doing okay with promos. Mm-hmm. But with Paul Heyman by his side?
Roman does good with promos when they're of the worked shoot variety.
Yeah.
If they're scripted, horrible.
Yep. With the whole part-time wrestler thing, I think they finally take the heel turn on this with Roman. They finally do it. Because they did it with The Rock. Mm-hmm. Let's look at it.
Yep.
They tried to make people like The Rock.
Mm-hmm.
They hated The Rock.
Yep.
Hated him.
Yep. Rocky die.
They finally decided to say, hey, you're a champion. Turn heel.
They put him with the Nation domination with Farouk.
He took over the Nation, and he became the hated heel.
He did.
And then he changed his gimmick and became The Rock.
Yep.
And people loved him.
It just
I think WrestleMania is the point where they say, this is your Rock moment, dude. You're turning heel.
Yep. They've planted the seeds because Paul Heyman has talked about Roman Reigns' accomplishments or whatever, his goals, his accomplishments and everything. But Paul Heyman also said, I managed your dad.
Yeah.
I was the guy behind the Samoan SWAT team and all that. Like, they've kind of breadcrumbs.
Yep.
And everybody knows Brock Lesnar wants to go back to the UFC.
Bye.
They've talked about, there's been talks about him trying to do both, but I don't think they can. I don't think they will. But this is the moment where Brock Lesnar is one of the guys where if you need him, he'll be there.
Yeah.
But I don't think they need him anymore.
Nope.
Because you have Roman Reigns, you have The Miz, you have Balor, you have Rollins. You're going to be getting Dean Ambrose back soon.
Yep.
You have talent. You don't need Brock Lesnar anymore.
You don't.
So I honestly, Reigns is going to win. Heyman's going to be the reason why.
Yep. Yeah.
Now, as we said, main event asterisk. John Cena does not have a path to WrestleMania.
He does not.
He's going to be sitting as a fan, like he says.
Supposedly.
he tweeted out after Raw, a gong, something.
Mm-hmm.
Michelle McCool, Undertaker's wife, made a response and said, "We're actually eating breakfast," like the next morning or whatever it was. Now, WWE has come out and said there's been reports that WWE really hasn't needed to promote this match.
No.
But I look at John Cena's promo on Monday night at the very end.
Mm-hmm.
And where he was like, he balls at home, whatever. If the Undertaker, he's a dead man walking. Once again, breadcrumbs.
Right, okay.
Breadcrumbs. Undertaker left the jacket, the gloves, the hat last year. That's fine, yes. If Undertaker was going to have another match, why would you do that? I understand that point. But the Undertaker has had so many versions of himself.
Mm-hmm.
If this was going to be the last match, what if Undertaker comes out like circa 1991 Undertaker? There's going to be... I still feel like Undertaker's going to show up.
Okay.
Whether it be the pre-show, the main show, Cena comes out, It's 11:30. It's 11:30. Roman Reigns has won the championship. Everybody thinks the show's over.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden, hits.
Mm-hmm.
It's either going to be two Undertakers. It's going to be Undertaker's going to come out as the big evil, dead man walking, or he's going to come out as classic, old school, circa 1991 Undertaker. Black and purple, mystical freaking powers, up the yin-yang, all that. Do I see Undertaker winning? Yes. Because Cena doesn't need it. John Cena's John Cena.
Right.
It's WrestleMania 34. If Undertaker wants to go out, let him go out his way. Now, there's been talks. There's been also talks since Monday night over the last day or so that there may not be a match that happens. It could be a confrontation that sets up a match later down the road.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, fine. I'm okay with that. I'm all right with that. You know where they do it? Survivor Series. Because that's where Undertaker debuted.
Right.
Why not? If he's going to end his career,
mm-hmm.
end it where you started it.
Yeah.
At Survivor Series. Because then he debuted Survivor Series 1991. You end Survivor Series 2018. That's 27 years.
Yep. I'm going to make my response quick and short.
Yep.
He doesn't show up.
He doesn't show up. I can completely believe that.
I think WrestleMania is way too long already as it is. They're not going to add another match on. I think they're going to do something afterwards. And like you said, I think they're going to go with something later on for another pay-per-view.
Yeah, like I said, if he does show up, it's going to be an interaction to set up something later on.
Yep.
That's what it's going to be.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that's our predictions. WrestleMania weekend. Got the Hall of Fame.
Yep.
Enjoy.
NXT Takeover.
Be on the lookout for Brian Jennings. He'll be there.
Oh, okay.
He's always there.
True.
Every year.
True.
Find Waldo. Where's Waldo? NXT. You got 5 great matches.
You do.
And then you got 7 hours of WrestleMania.
It's more like 12 because they have
starts at 5.
Well, the pre-show starts at 5, but
right.
You know the network's going to have like all the like nonsense like leading up to the like on the network, the WrestleMania Live and all that.
I don't think
like they did last year.
I think they're going to cut some matches short. They're going to play all the matches. Oh, they're just going to cut some short. All right, guys, you got 4 minutes. Go out there and make it happen. WrestleMania moment, 4 minutes.
Yeah.
But that's our show. Hope you enjoyed it. It's a long show today, but it is a WrestleMania edition.
It is.
But so deal with it. But ladies and gentlemen, you know how we do it, how we end it. WrestleMania Weekend, Cyclone!
The preceding presentation has been brought to you by the Gear Network.